Hey guys, welcome back to my channel via Glow. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps and I resell clothes and shit. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. Y'all know I typically do like keywords and like aesthetics and things like that to help you when you are in your listing process. This one is going to be more of like a keywords but in clusters. So think of like words that will go together that are going to get that item to sell. I do have 12 groups of that. 2 of them are going to be kind of like fall and winter based, but still can be used in the spring and summer. And the other 10 are going to be like spring and summer based. So let's just jump in. So while I'm in the listing process, I typically like to, of course, pair the brand with the gender, and then we move on to the item, the category, and then also the size, and then I do the color, and then I pair all of my keywords right at the end. And that's pretty much how I list. I do have a video talking about that, so if you guys want to check that out, I will link it down below. However, I like to pair these keywords when I can't find any other keywords. And sometimes I will use one of the keywords and maybe not the other ones because I don't have any more characters. But for the most part, if I have characters, I'm putting all of those in there. All right, so the first one is actually going to be the best one that I feel like I've been selling a lot of. I've been noticing a certain theme in my sales as far as hiking pants. That would be Columbia, Royal Robbins, REI, Eddie Bauer, just a whole bunch of outdoor pants. And the keywords that I like to use all together in that specific, like, title is going to be 𝕃𝕀ℕ𝕂, nylon, outdoor, and hiking. Now, when it comes to keywords, you are really thinking of what a buyer is typing in. So if I'm a buyer and I'm looking for pants that I can go hiking in, I'm either going to put hiking pants. Nylon is actually a really good fabric specifically for like outdoors. So some people look for nylon pants, outdoor pants. You know what I'm saying? 𝕃𝕀ℕ𝕂 is more of a aesthetic than it is just like a regular keyword. So some people would just look up 𝕃𝕀ℕ𝕂 and they will see your hiking pants. So I feel like those clusters are really good together. They just pair well and they kind of help you stuff your title when you need to stuff it. Because I don't know about y'all, I like to make sure I maximize all of my characters. And then when I transport it to Depop, I'll add a little bit more because Depop doesn't have like a title section. They just kind of have like a description. So I'll plug in as many as I possibly can. I'll just have to disclaim this. These are all of the ones that I use personally. So this isn't just like me just doing any research. No, not at all. This is literally all the keywords that I use in my listing process, that I have noticed that it works, bring in the right buyers and all of that. So I'm just kind of showing y'all what I got going on in my business. All right, so the next one is actually geared toward more for the mature crowd. I paired lag and look, coastal, lagum, and oversized. Now, I recently learned about the keyword lagum, but it's really just kind of like a minimalistic, kind of mature woman, okay? But when it comes to lag and look, all of their clothes are like oversized. Typically tunic would pair well with this, but lag and look could also be for like some very loose wide leg pants. I use coastal because in my mind I'm envisioning somebody at like a beachfront, not necessarily like on a family vacation, but more so just like they got a beach in their backyard and they probably want to sit on their back porch, and that's why I like to tie in that one. And coastal typically also is paired with linen, so I use that one kind of in conjunction with other, ones, but for the most part, depending on whatever fabric content that I am trying to sell, it's typically either going to be cotton or linen that's going to pair well with the coastal, keyword. And oversized being one that lag and look is essentially like they're hand in hand. Lag and look, you think oversized, boho, relaxed, like just loose fitting. Oversized is a great keyword to pair with it because everybody don't like tight clothes, All right, moving on. This one is actually perfect for where we're at. Honestly, I keep saying that, but like the ones that I'm already telling y'all is perfect for this season. This one is going to be geared toward more so for men, and the ones that are out there like golfing and things like that. So I do pair golf, performance, and outdoor all with you know, within my keywords. Now, another little thing that I learned when I was watching a lot of male YouTubers as well, they also like to put polyester, because polyester is supposed to be a really good like sweat wicking type of fiber. So they use that to also help, because I'm assuming some men also look for polyester performance shirts and things like that. So you just want to think when it comes to the keywords, what people are searching for, you know what I'm saying? And just back to what I was saying, like, yeah, aesthetics are great, but you gotta think of keywords, what somebody's going to be typing into their computer. And sometimes some man will be typing in polyester golf shirt, polyester performance shirt, you know what I'm saying? So those are clusters that I like to use all together when I'm like listing a 𝕃𝕀ℕ𝕂 like summer comfort shirt. I will pair in all three of these keywords to kind of boost that item up to be marketed properly. All right, so the fourth one on the list is one that I use when I am listing like women's workwear. I personally like to specifically only pick up like 3 brands in workwear, which is Express, Banana Republic, and J. Crew. I don't really find many other like brands that I look for when it comes to the workwear. Those are just like my tried and true, specifically Express. But what I like to cluster together as far as the keywords is office, business, and cottagecore. I do have this one in a aesthetics video that I plan on filming later on. But yeah, essentially cottagecore is literally just like business attire. So yeah, we'll talk about that more, but pairing all those together are keywords that people are looking for. Office pants, business pants. You probably can do slacks, but I don't think I really hear people saying that word, so I don't really care about using that one. But those are like some really good keywords I like to use when it comes to the ladies in the office, you know? All right, so these next 2 are gonna be clusters for fall and winter. Again, they can be used for spring and summer, but I kind of stick to using these when I'm trying to sell like a winter fall piece. The very first one is actually going to be geared toward just like regular sweaters. So crew neck, pullover, casual, and oversized. So those keywords kind of work good when somebody is just searching for something that is just going to be like simple. Like they're not looking for anything specific. They just want a casual sweater. They just want a crew neck sweater. They just want a pullover sweater. I noticed that pullover is better when you tag that one in like men's items. That is a keyword that they look for, is pullovers. But you can also do that for women if you want. But again, you can do oversized for women, you know, things like that. The next cluster is for more so like the chunky, heavier weight pieces, and it's going to be fisherman, cabin, Fair Isle, cable knit. Now those last 2 don't really go hand in hand. It could be either or, but the first 2 I'll always pair them together because they are just like besties at this point. So with fisherman, that one is an aesthetic right now. Before it was a style of sweater, but now it's an aesthetic of a like style. And I did an aesthetic video that I will also link down below so you guys can see that. But I did go in more depth with it. I showed like photos and things like that to help with trying to kind of like beat it in your brain to use this keyword when you see it best fit the item. So yeah, great one. I recently started using cabin because y'all know people be going to cabins and stuff, and they want to wear the sweaters and things like that when people go skiing and they go back to the cabin. So it's kind of, you know, in that same realm because it's a chunky knit, it's warm, it's cozy, things like that. You can also use those keywords as well. But the main goal here is to plug in keywords, again, that people are searching for. Somebody is searching for a fisherman aesthetic, your item pops up. Somebody is searching for cabin sweater, your item pops up. Somebody is searching for Fair Isle. A lot of items will pop up because that is a style. And then also cable knit as well. Sometimes an item will have all of these things and it just will be like the perfect balance. All right, so another cluster is actually going to be more so for, I want to say more so for like summertime, because I envision this cluster really for the girl frolicking in the grass, the girl that is living like that homestead type of life, and then like the girl that is just, you know, that girl. So this one is cottagecore, peasant, floral, and embroidered. This one, of course, you can add more to it, but for the most part, when I'm in my listing process, these are the words that really pretty much go together to complete that listing. So we all know cottagecore, such a great aesthetic, probably the very first aesthetic that we all really kind of tapped into. I know for me it was. Peasant also kind of ties into cottagecore. It's almost like the same vibe, if you will, which sounds kind of mean because like that's kind of like a servant. Anyways, floral, that's also a really great keyword. That one can be paired with many other aesthetics and keywords. But I do find that all of these kind of tie in together. Then of course, embroidered. Embroidery is such a really good keyword to use because it kind of gives a different element to that item. A top just being, you know, white top is different, but a top that is embroidered adds a little bit more value to it. And I just think that it's a really good cluster. I like to pair these together to really hone in on that buyer that could be searching specifically for a peasant floral top, a floral embroidered top. So I want to make sure those keywords are there for them. And speaking of keywords, I wanted to pop in and talk about the Resellers Edge University group. Now, this is actually a mentorship that was created by 4 amazing creators. They created this group in order to help you grow in your business. So the group is actually meant for all resellers. So if you are a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, this group is going to be the group for you. So some things that you'll learn in the group is going to be how to manage your business, how to stay accountable, how to market your items, as well as doing wholesale if you're interested in that. And then it'll also help you source out of your comfort zone. That has been like the biggest thing that I've learned in this group because I was struggling, okay? I feel like when you kind of only hone in on those brands, you kind of lose sight of all the money that you could be making. And they actually really help you tap into that. You'll also be learning from your peers. They do have such a great community. And I think what makes that very helpful is the fact that we are all knowledgeable in different aspects of our business. And I feel like when we all come together in the group, it actually helps each and every one of us learn something new that we didn't know of. And I think that that definitely helps you grow in your business in a sense of something I did know from this, but now I took a little nugget from you, I took a little nugget from you, I took a little nugget from you, and you just kind of keep building until you are at your best, you know? So I think that's what I do love about it because people in the Facebook group, they are actually very helpful. Some of them do share like bolos that they found out they're sourcing. And then I feel like when it comes to the actual site, because the Resellers Edge, they kind of give you a 2-for-1 deal. So not only do you have like an actual site that you can go see modules and spreadsheets, they actually have a Facebook group as well that is more so kind of like social media based. And with those modules, those are actually there to help you not only fine tune your business, but also grow in your business. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, a few of the modules I watched right before the new year started, and it's what helped me actually put out this video and kind of decide on some changes that I wanted to make in my business. So without me watching those modules, I would have kind of continued the course of what I was doing, and y'all already know how stressed out I used to be in vlogs. So I feel like that will also kind of help you raise like a, you know, what is it called? Like a light switch, like, you know what? You're right. I probably do need to change that. So I feel like with the modules, they are there to not only very quickly, you know, give you a dose of information that you probably didn't think about. They're also there to help. And then as far as the spreadsheets, again, another thing to help you grow in your business, also to help you stay accountable. They have those available as well. And then the best thing about the group is that they have daily calls. Now before they were doing them, you know, 3 times a week, but now you're getting a call almost every single day. And y'all don't understand how helpful that is when you are a person that works a lot, because y'all know I'll be working a lot. I like to have them going in the back of my, you know, on my computer, and while I work, while I be photographing, while I be steaming, while I be measuring, while I'm sitting down doing the listings, I'll be watching them because I'm always soaking in things from this group. And then within those live calls, they do have a Q&A after every single video. So no matter if you have a question that is completely not related to anything that they talked about in that video, you can still ask your questions and they will be answered. And I think that that is actually really helpful because sometimes you just got a question that needs to be answered, and they are extremely knowledgeable and they'll help you with that. So yeah, deep dives, accountability, and how to manage your business and elevate your business is just everything you want during this time, because we know reselling is changing. It's changing. So I feel like the group is definitely going to help you just get to that place where you're happy with. I know that I am. I feel like without the group, I would not have gotten to this place. I sell so many style-based pickups that I would not have even thought of picking up over a year ago. Like, I'm just shocked at all of the money that I missed out on prior to getting into this group, because girl, okay, life could have looked a little different had I had a little bit more money. But yeah, I do have a 50% off your very first month down below if you guys are interested. If you want to grow your business, click the link. If you want to stay stagnant, don't click it, okay? But let's just get back into the video. All right, so these are some keywords that I also love to pair together during the summertime, and it's resort, vacation, and tropical. So generally speaking, when people go on vacations or they go on cruise and things like that, you are looking for more so like vibrant, lightweight, flowy, like, you know, of course, paradise print, tropical, and just very bold colors. And I like to pair these all together when I find a piece like that. Again, some people is typing in resort dress, resort button-down shirt, vacation dress, tropical dress. So I feel like you just want to make sure that you pair the right keywords. I'm sure that it's more that I could have used, but those are the ones that came to mind when I decided to do this list, and they're just very easy to put in your title. So all right, the next one is actually one that I pair with all type of athletic wear that is geared toward like the gym and things like that. So I pair gym, workout, and lounge. Athleisure is such a word that I don't really think anybody types in, if I'm being completely honest. And when I did my keyword clusters, I try to stick to words that people are actually searching for. I feel like athleisure is actually a really good keyword, but I really don't think anybody is typing in athleisure. So this cluster is a little different in a way that they are really good for the mature crowd. So these are clusters that I prefer to use when I pick up mature pieces. And these are the type of clusters are perfect for spring specifically. And it's geared toward just the tops. So Henley, popover, roll tab. So with the Henley, that's just like that button right in the front. It's usually like 2 or 3 buttons. And you can, of course, button it up or open it up. And then it's just nothing from like the bust down. And pop over is essentially just a Henley. So pop over just means that you can just, you know, pop it over your head. And then the roll tab is generally for like a long sleeve, and then you can roll it. Sometimes you won't know that it's a roll tab unless you actually look inside the sleeve, because they will have like a, what is it called? I guess like a long piece of fabric that once you roll up the sleeve, it'll be able to tie to a button. So sometimes you actually will come across that. And I feel like you don't really always have to look in the sleeve. You can kind of look at the top, the outside of it. So if you see like a button on the outside, it lets you know that that's a roll tab. And people are searching out for that, because sometimes when they're out there hiking, they want the long sleeve so the insects don't bite them. And then maybe they want to roll it up when it get a little hot. So those are some keywords that I do like to pair together. All right, another one is actually more so for like the casual girl. And this is lounge, oversized, and casual. Again, all of these keywords are interchangeable. You don't have to use the same clusters as me. I'm sure that there is going to be quite a few of you that let me know that, you know, y'all use them interchangeably as well. And yeah, so I like to use that when it is a comfort type of style. So like a sweatsuit, you know, ballerina outfits. So if I use ballet core, sometimes I will tie in these exact styles. But yeah, this also could be used in the fall and winter as well, because people are looking for like oversized lounge and casual clothes during that time, because we are gaining a little weight because we don't gotta wear tight clothes, you know. All right, so then the last one is more so like plus size base. So when it comes to plus size pieces and those you know, really good like mature brands specifically, I don't really pick up a lot of plus size trendy pieces, if I'm being completely honest, and it's only because I don't really find them. So when I think of plus size pieces that I find in my business, I like to pair stretch, elastic waist, and relaxed into the title, because a person like myself, because I'm big, I like to know that this item is going to stretch. Now, yes, you can go and look and see if it has spandex in it, but sometimes maybe a piece is 100% linen. That ain't got no stretch in it, okay? But let's say this item is modal. It probably don't say spandex on it, but I know the modal stretch. So I feel like I like to make sure that I pair those in there, just so the buyer could know, like, okay, this does give a little bit, because everybody don't got no perfect plus size body that Tori be thinking everybody got, okay? So I like to put those in there for the girls that just need a little bit more room. And they know, like, okay, this piece is going to be a little bit more relaxed. It won't be tight and all of that. So yeah. But yeah, this video was actually really fun to film, just because I'm kind of giving you guys a piece of my business that I use. I know we kind of cover keywords and stuff, but I never really talked about the clusters. There are keywords that pair well together, and it's good to always kind of like, you know, put them together when you are in the listing process if you can't find those aesthetics to help sell that item. The keywords will also help. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.